28-year-old Ryan Poston lived in Cincinnati, Ohio in 2011. He worked as an attorney. He met 19-year-old Shayna Hubers on Facebook and they started dating soon after. Shayna was a psychology student at the University of Kentucky in Lexington. She was pursuing a master's degree in school counseling. Ryan and Shayna had a volatile relationship. They broke up several times over an 18-month period. In 2012, Ryan decided to move on from Shayna. On the evening of October 12th, Ryan had a date planned with Miss Ohio 2012, Audrey Bolte. Before Ryan could leave his Highland Heights condominium to go on the date, Shayna arrived at his door begging him to take her back. Not long after, Shayna called 911 to report that she took Ryan's life.
Campbell County 911.
Ma'am, I killed my boyfriend in self-defense.
What did you kill him with?
A gun, a loaded gun in the house.
Can you tell me where the gun is right now?
The gun is in the house. I laid it on the bookshelf.
Where are you?
I'm standing about 10 feet from his dead body.
Okay, are you sure that he is dead?
He's dead, ma'am. He's completely dead.
Okay. And how long ago did you shoot him?
I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, not even that long.
10 or 15 minutes ago?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Shayna Hubers.
The officers are going to want me to stay on the line with you, so when they get there, they're going to want to know where that gun is, and we want you to get out safely too, okay?
Okay, are they going to arrest me?
Ma'am, I don't know what they'll do. We're going to send them out. I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay?
I mean, I'm not a murderer, ma'am. I just killed him.
What happened exactly? What happened?
He beat me and tried to carry me out of the house, and I came back in to get my things, and he was right in front of me, and he reached down and grabbed the gun, and I grabbed it out of his hand and pulled the trigger.
Okay. All right. Do you need an ambulance? Have you been injured?
I'm not injured, ma'am. I was thrown into the side of the couch.
All right. What's his name?
Ryan Poston. He's an attorney in Cincinnati.
Okay. Have you had a history of domestic violence with him?
Yes.
Okay. And is this your gun?
No, this is his gun. He keeps loaded guns in the house.
So he slammed you into the couch, but you don't have any injuries?
I don't have any injuries. I was just very frightened. He's a lot bigger than me. He's 6'3", 200 pounds. I'm 5'8", 120. And he picked me up, and I said, let me get my things at least if we're going to break up. And he threw me across the room, and I was very startled. I was laying on the floor.
Okay. All right.
And I killed him.
Ma'am, you're sure he's not breathing at all?
Do I have to go touch him?
No, that's okay. They actually have someone that's outside almost right now, but I'm going to stay on the line with you, okay?
Ma'am, and then because he was twitching and I knew he was going to die anyway, and he was making funny noises, I shot him a couple more times just to kill him because I knew he would have been.
I'm sorry, you said you shot him a couple more times after that?
Yeah.
How many times did you shoot him total?
I don't know.
Okay, because he was twitching and you knew he was going to die, so you shot him again?
Enough to make sure he was dead because he was twitching so bad and I didn't want to watch him lay there and twitch.
So you shot him instead of calling 911?
Yeah, I did because I knew he was going to die anyway.
That evening, Hubers was interrogated by police. She justifies what she did by saying it was self-defense. Investigators found no signs of domestic violence in his apartment. Interviews with friends and family members also show no sign that Ryan was ever violent or abusive. In the interrogation, she gives her version of events.
He had put his arm across the table, and there's a lamp, and he had put his arm across the table and had it in my face and was screaming at me at the top of his lungs after he had thrown me around the room, and was saying emotionally to me, "You're a f***ing hillbilly. I f***ing hate you. I hate everything about you for what you are and my family." And he was screaming it, and he had his hand on the table, and he wasn't completely standing up. He was like this. So like, he was enough that when I shot him, he went like this. Literally. That's when I knew he was dead. Or close to it, and twitching. And I let him, I still, even though it hurt, I still, enough of me, loved him. That I couldn't stand to watch him twitch. I knew he was going to die, or have a completely deformed face. He's very vain. One of our last conversations we had that was good was that he wants my best friend who's a dentist to do his veneers, and wants to get a nose job. Just that kind of person. And I shot him right here. I gave him his nose job. He wanted. I broke it.
It was so painful to watch him die and to know that I had done that. That I just walked around the table and shot him where I knew he would die immediately. And fast. His obsession with guns killed him. You know, I would have never, I'm so a Democrat, I would have never touched a gun in my life until I dated him. His big thing was, let's go to the range and go shooting. And be very Republican. His parents made fun of me last night because I was Democrat. You know, the Democrat had to live today.
Hubers then continues to talk about herself and how what happened will affect her, saying that she doesn't know if anyone will want to marry her because of what she did. She also says that she hopes there's no severe consequences because she wants to go on with her life and be happy.
And you know, I wasn't doing anything that was mean. I was like begging him to stay in the relationship and be with me because I knew that we once really loved each other. You know, Ryan had told me that he loved me and wanted to be with me. And I guess somewhere along the way, that grew to hate. He was screaming how much he hated me. I don't know if anyone will ever want to marry me if they know that I killed a boyfriend in self-defense. It's not funny, but the stuff he was saying to me was so abusive while he was throwing me around the room. I'll never forget this moment. I think in the midst of that, my love turned to hate, and I remember screaming, reaching up to grab the shirt. You, how dare you mock my family? How dare you talk please speak really of my mother and my family? If I don't get any serious consequences, that I could really be happy just having a career and maybe not even ever getting married, because this is very traumatic, you know. It's very traumatic for me to live with it. I have to know that I did that for someone that I told every day, I love you.
When the investigator leaves the room, Hubers walks around and sings. At one point, she says out loud that she did it. She appears to be proud of herself.
How sweet the sound that sings oh, I'll be right back. Thank you. I did. Yes, I did. I cannot believe I did that.
Following the interrogation, Hubers was arrested and held on a $5 million bond. She was indicted on December 20th, 2012. Then, on January 16th, 2013, she entered a plea of not guilty to the charges against her. On April 13th, 2015, over 2 years after the incident, Hubers' trial began. She did not take the stand in her own defense, but relied on the police interrogation tape we just looked at, in which she maintained that she took his life in self-defense. On April 23, 2015, Hubers was found guilty. She was sentenced to 40 years in prison with parole eligibility after 20 years. In 2016, her conviction was overturned because one of the jurors had a felony conviction. Her second trial began in 2017. She was again found guilty. This time, she was sentenced to life in prison. In 2032, she will be considered for parole. Shayna Hubers is currently incarcerated at the Kentucky Correctional Institute for Women.